Coming up, an organization is working towards the passage of a Texas Senate bill that will help parents of children with a disability. Plus, a home buyer advisor on how to prepare to be mortgage ready. And how one business is suffering the level 4 travel ban to Mexico. KVAQ-TV starts now. Hey Vaqueros, welcome back. This is the 11th spring edition of KVAQ-TV. I'm Tristan Cortez. Today is Monday, April 10th, and at the top of the newscast, an organization in Brownsville helped introduce a Senate and House bill to the Texas legislature to help police officers identify and accommodate to passengers with disabilities during a traffic stop. Xavier Aguilar with the details.
Texas Senate Bill 661 and House Bill 2283 gives parents the option to notify peace officers that they are traveling with a person with a disability through vehicle registration. The bill began with the help of an organization down by the border where they are working to push legislation that will help police officers identify vehicles carrying passengers with disabilities. According to the bill, a person with a disability means a person with a physical, intellectual, behavioral, or cognitive impairment, autism, or a health condition or disability that may impede effective communication with a peace officer. Co-founder and vice president of Down by the Border, Sergio Zarte, recalls an incident that happened to a mother and daughter when they were stopped by officers.
The officer, I don't think, really understood what was going on and asked her certain questions, almost inferring like, what did you do to this child? And when the parent said she has autism, there was a glazed look on this officer's face. And she realized, I don't think police officers or law enforcement or first responders sometimes understand what autism is.
After this incident, Down by the Border first created a decal sticker to help officers identify passengers with disabilities. 5 years later, with the help from Senator Morgan Lamantilla, Representatives Armando Martinez and Aaron Gomez, Senate Bill 661 and House Bill 2283 were written and filed. Public Information Officer for the Brownsville Police Department, Martin Sandoval, explains the procedures that an officer has to follow after this bill is passed.
So once we run the license plates, it's going to tell us that is one of the triggers. So that way we can turn off our lights and approach it with caution.
If the bill passes, drivers can take their passengers' diagnosis papers to their local DPS office. Once verified, drivers can choose what information officers can see once the vehicle registration is processed by officers. The bill is currently waiting for a committee meeting. Zarate adds that even if this bill does not pass this time, they will still continue to fight for it. For KVAQ-TV in Brownsville, Xavier Aguilar.
With the current economic recession, many young people are strapped for cash and struggling to find a place to live. But what if we told you that home ownership is more achievable than you think? Finding housing can be a difficult process, let alone housing that fits one's needs and budget. To help facilitate that process, one RGV organization is helping people learn how to become homeowners. Are you in the market for a home? Janie Vela is the Senior Home Buyer Advisor for Affordable Homes of South Texas, a nonprofit organization that seeks to educate and inform potential home buyers in the Valley of resources and ways that they can be mortgage ready.
We do guide you throughout the process, and I think something that is such a deterrent for young individuals is they don't know where to start. The fact that we are able to educate and kind of help you as much as possible through the process, I think is such a huge benefit. And even if that doesn't mean that they're necessarily buying a house at 19 or 20, they're getting the education that they need to be able to buy it at a younger age versus wasting money renting or messing up their credit at an early age.
Within the past couple years, home ownership, particularly among young adults, has become a more difficult goal to achieve. Alongside volatile interest rates on mortgages, the amount of housing for sale in Texas has fallen within the last 6 months, according to the Federal Reserve economic data. A realtor operating in Florida, Matt Wheatley, has seen the market trends within the U.S. and believes that despite the current housing issue, the market will inevitably correct course within several years.
Supply and interest rates are the two things that I've been looking at, because as much as people say demand is gone, demand isn't gone, affordability is. But the more likely scenario is rates come down slowly over time and people enter back slowly, and that's how you don't have that bottlenecking of either a spike or a crash. And that's what they want. They want a controlled, 2 to 3 years so we can catch up with where we're supposed to be on the home value chart.
With many potential buyers still afraid, however, that dream of being a homeowner can seem too far for young people entering the market. Vela shares advice on how young people can overcome their hesitancy and take the steps to ownership.
My biggest advice would be build that habit of savings, put it away, pretend it doesn't exist, and then keep your debt as minimal as possible. Those are the two basic building blocks of being, ready to buy a home, is having savings and having good credit history.
For those interested in housing counseling, contact Affordable Homes of South Texas at 956-687-6263. The recent violence in Matamoros, Tamaulipas is affecting not only Brownsville businesses near the border, but also its citizens. Jorge Infante with the story.
A Brownsville business owner says he is trying to keep his business afloat after an increase in crime and soaring prices. In October of 2022, the U.S. State Department updated its Mexico travel advisory, adding Tamaulipas to the Level 4 Do Not Travel list. The kidnapping of 4 American citizens in Matamoros in early March further affected the business economy. 2 of the 4 Americans were killed in Mexico. Owner of Anita's, Abby Schwartz, in downtown Brownsville, has seen a significant drop in sales since.
Our business dropped. Compared to last year, we're down 20%. We see less traffic. And also, what we noticed is we see less customers coming in from Mexico. And they decided, okay, well, if they're not going to come here, we're not going to go to Brownsville. So because of that, everybody suffered.
On top of a decline in business, Schwartz, who sources Mexican ingredients from a U.S. agent, has seen an increase in prices, which is bad for business.
As prices go up, it gives us it eliminates the profit margin, so we have to raise our prices. And when we raise our prices, the customers basically have to make a second thought. Do I buy tortillas or do I buy medicine?
Nursing student Josie Guzman, who crosses the border regularly, is concerned with her safety.
I'm usually by myself, so I'm a little worried. It's just really sad because I love Mexico and I love crossing. And, I really enjoy being over there, but with everything that's going on, it makes it a little difficult for me. I feel like if we keep crossing and show them that we're not actually scared, maybe things will change.
As of today, the Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory is still in place for 6 states in Mexico, including Tamaulipas. Schwartz hopes more marketing and a tightening of their budget will help Anitas through these difficult times. For KVAQ-TV in Brownsville, Jorge Infante.
And that's a wrap for us today. Make sure to watch us Monday through Friday on VCast monitors and social media. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Tristan Cortez. See you next week.